Specifically, it's not as free of a matchup, but it does give you a very bulky front line. But I feel like there's so many auto attackers, there's so much shred on BNK FEARX. Weaker teams are prioritizing it, what does that say? But I feel like our stronger, like, you're not going to let a Faker or Chovy get his unit, is what I'm saying.
They're looking for Beryl. They'll find him there as well. Wind becomes lightning, but the headbutt to get out of the way. Still, it's first blood that goes over to Raptor. And playing around this bottom lane has been the aim of the game. Oh no. Shu is going to see the Zinzao coming in as there's the equalizer, but it's a great exhaust to make sure that she is probably going to have to use his flash. There it is, Wind becomes lightning. Some more needlework is going to come on through there, and in fact wasn't even necessary as Clear locks down another one. BNK just really looking good everywhere. I think DK will be able to collect this. Do have Grubs coming up in under a minute. And is sweeping his way up towards this Rift Scuttler. Blue's just going to immediately come over, try and bully him out here. There's a nice knock-up. Permafrost comes in as Showmaker might be able to get enough damage as the Crescent Guard does come on through. Wind becomes lightning. It's a lot of damage onto Showmaker, and he just cleans it up. Vikla looks for the angle. The flash out from Showmaker gets him over the wall, and now Clear could be in trouble as well. The Permafrost comes down. The Harpoons connect, and Shu picks one up, and DK. BNK have started it up. Beryl and aiming moving in. We do have a Sejuani on her way. The ulti from Kellen goes completely wide though, and Lucid just walks on over. Beryl manages to pick it up because he just collects himself a smite. Now the equalizer is cooking all of them. Still, they're able to get themselves out. Orcs, you've got to pay attention, man. My God. Inside track there for Showmaker though. Does get control of that wave quite nicely.
Bringing the Gwen in.
Yeah, teleport to come on forward as aiming gets slowed down. Winter's Bite will connect as Showmaker goes over the wall. Piercing Arrow does a lot of work as the culling comes down, and Beryl flashes on top of the Gwen, delivers her to the backline. That's almost a bad idea, but still Clear is going to get taken down. The equalizer, great position, still a flash out from Showmaker as Vikla tries to get on top of him, but he leaves Raptor to the wolves, or the Raptors, I guess, because that's the pit that he's in. Still, they're all just in the depth.
Because they get that healing back. It's just an honest, I am very tanky jungler right now.
Yeah, well, Empress Divide going to come on through there, and Showmaker just gets himself out of the way as Beryl looks for that trample stun. Kellen holds the door, but can he keep himself alive? The answer is yes, but he leaves his AD carry for the Wolves. Aiming picks up the kill, but now he's in trouble. The headbutt, the heroism here from Beryl is not enough to save Aiming, who is well and truly in the wrong spot. 1-for-1 as both AD carries lying on the floor. Vikla now moving up, but they leave Showmaker in this bottom lane, and he might be able to take this turret. Let's just see. Feats of Strength already over to DK as they did lock down that kill, and that's a teleport in. Man, they really want to kill Showmaker. They have wanted to kill him for a very long time. Vikla doesn't have ult. Kellen's going to come on over and try and lock this guy down. Maybe they could get it. The answer is yes, but still, that is a lot invested to take down this Yone.
I think it's worth though. They got a big shutdown in terms of gold. They should be able to get the dragon off the back of this. So a nice TP from Kellen cleans up the play. Clear should be able to clear this wave, and Diablo's gonna be back on the map, able to make his way over. Lucid's hanging around though. If they get a steal here, this would be an absolute travesty.
Well, Rift Herald is just gonna have a swim, as we can see here. Shia moving on over, but Diablo gets on top of him. Aiming has turned back up. Flash out from Shia, but the flash over from Diablo. It's almost suicidal, but I think it may just work. The headbutt, the pulverize onto 4, but there's no one there to do damage. And DK, they say if you guys can throw a lead, so can we. One kill and then you're aced or something like that, and then you get the very sad milestone come up. This, thankfully, is not one of those. This is BNK finding their way back into this game.
Leapt in at 20% HP on top of his AD carry who just flashed in.
Yeah,
so that's what we want to see.
That's the kind of play we're looking for. Is Lucid just starting this up?
Oh, they... yeah, I mean, this is the Rise Group special. They will get Vikla's TP at a minimum. Let's see how far they're willing to go, though. Oh, no.
Oh, dear. Clear could be in a lot of trouble as the exhaust does come down. Pulverize connects onto Clear, but you can see she's dead, and he gets it in the 1v4. Finally, he does go down, but a 1-for-1, that's not what DK were looking for, because Vikla is just taking an inner turret here on this top side of the map. Finding ways to isolate targets. He could be the one that they look for the angle towards. As you can see, that is what BNK are thinking about. That's right, Diablo dashing forward. Don't know about that one. Chains of Corruption go wide, though. The equalizer not really doing too much as Diablo with the culling. Gonna soften up this stake. Bit of a tenderizer there.
The thing is, he has red buff, so he's going to sustain up, but he just got 2 massive ults from Dplus on the back of that play, just trusting his mechanics. No cleanse, just outplays.
Well, there's the knockup onto Callan, and he's just exploded. When Showmaker does decide to do stuff, it looks real good.
Yeah, I was talking so positively. I'm like, oh, BNK FEARX in a great position. Their support gets exploded. Oh!
Vikla finds the flash onto 2 of them. Great headbutt to try and taxi barrel out, but he's so incredibly low. That's a brilliant Zonya's there from Vikla to avoid the Glacial Prison, and Lucid has to flash to get himself out of the way once again. Clear is fighting a difficult fight. Will be able to take one, but Shiu this time is going to punish him. And Diablo looking to try and take another one down. As Shiu in no man's land. And Showmaker going to get flashed on there by Raptor. Does have to flash himself away. And it's only Showmaker left standing. DK in turmoil right now.
Considering how this fight started with Kellen getting exploded, BNK FEARX finding so much out of it, and I think the fact that they didn't have the equalizer, didn't have starting this.
Okay.
BNK FEARX will find it, but what's the health?
Beryl looking for a bit of an angle as the equalizer goes down there as well. Vikla diving towards Shiu, but he may have dove too far as Showmaker snaps himself back. Mid laner for support though, decent trade here for DK.
There's no
as
towers
Raptor
here.
and Kellen looking for an angle. Teleport back available here for Shiu as well, who can recharge that health bar, aiming with the cleanse, but still going to get slowed down. Crescent Guard, that allows DK to disengage. And there is a teleport back in. Clear once again closing the gap to exhaust down onto Showmaker, and Clear is just a man possessed in this game. This guy is a monster. Why the hell did you pick the Rumble and not the Gwen?
And just survive on blinking health bar to make the play. He's getting so much value from it. There was Showmaker, and it allowed him to make the play happen when it honestly seemed like a bit of a suicide. Getting a lot of sustain from that as well. Second dragon going to be picked up from BNK FEARX here, and now a substantial lead. They're just going to go straight towards Sadaka, and Dplus are nowhere near right now to contesting this.
That's 3 objectives in a row picked up here for BNK. Baron power play not exactly massive, but they already had a 5,000 gold lead. This is pretty huge. This game has very quickly slipped away from DK. They come up...
It goes both ways, you know?
Yes.
You've always got to watch out for these teams in a winning position, because things can always get a little bit scrappy, a little bit crazy, a little bit goofy. But right now, in a good position. There's a lot of engage on Dplus. It's the zoning.
Sometimes you want to press R, and guess what? Kellen pressed R. Okay, Raptor tanking up the turret for a very long time. Kellen there as well. He just gives it the door, and Diablo does eventually take that one down. Still, Showmaker took the outer on top side, not able to get this inner turret though. If he had been able to get that, maybe it's a
Dragon and like Baron are up at the same time, and they heavily lean one side. Correct move. And now they've secured that. They can move up here. Clear might be in trouble though.
Yeah, there's the knockup, connects onto the Gwen as the exhaust is going to be put on cooldown. That could be a big deal, and in fact, he's just dead. Lucid collects it just as the
HP is starting to drop quick.
Yeah, Diablo's health bar as well, starting to drop at the same time. There are mega cones for days here for Beryl to try and get himself back in, as there is the flash to try and lock down Shiu. Can he get the equalizer down? The answer is no, but the Baron just goes over to DK. They're happy to collect that. Now 4 versus 4 on the Rift. Purple buffs secured. And I love that. Use Shiu and manage to get yourself a Baron against the flow of play. Headbutt back from the Pigeon is okay. That's a decent amount of damage to come on through there. Onto Raptor as aiming gets himself into a better position, but the cow's still going to go down. I think if Lucid can get himself out, it might be all right, but he does not make it, and that is a double for Diablo. I could have sworn the DK...
You know, with Vikla going in early, with Raptor going in early, but they managed it pretty well. The Sterex from Raptor coming in clutch. They take away a lot of Barons, and
Yeah, trying to get some damage onto Raptor here, but it looks like it will be this inhibitor to go down. Equalizer coming on through there as Clear once again back in the fray. And Shiu could just be dead here. Raptor almost destroyed his aiming, not going to be able to cleanse that. That is just death. And with this inhibitor going down as well, it's only Showmaker and Beryl left alive, desperately trying to defend their base. It's almost a negative 2,000 gold Rebel Baron power play. Oh, these salmon just cannot get anywhere near up this waterfall as BNK are going to take away the second inhib. And looking to finish off this first game against Dplus here. The Pulverize not going to connect there. Onto Vikla, finds him, goes golden, and down goes Showmaker. They collect their target. There's the culling as well, and oh my goodness, BNK, such dominance here in the early game. We'll skip the bit in the middle, and that late game was just beautiful. Man, don't give Clear.
Have some early pressure. You have to set up from the Rise. And also, the Trundle, you do have the ability to outplay things like the Pillar. We just get the role coming in where there's just specific champions where it's like, they're exceptions. You know, no matter how nerfed or weak the champion is, it doesn't really matter. Keen Sante, Shiwan Bessa.
Showmaker gets the phase rush. There's the flash forward, and the Q's enough! Takes down the Aria. Back towards his top side. The Grubs on the minds of BNK. Sheila and Clear fighting aggressively here. There's the crash down as Lucy gets a kickback. Special delivery as Aiming grabs his first kill of the game. And BNK, I don't think they're contesting this now, even if DK didn't need to use any.
Yeah, a little scary, that Crocodile is, but to be fair, you know, ult flash and just throwing a charm out. Oh,
so just stealing it away. That's very frustrating. Still has kick if they do want to disengage. Gets the kick flash though, delivers it over to Showmaker. One more auto would have been enough, but there's the Unara picking up the kill. The snare connects onto Diablo, has to cleanse and flash. Now Kellen is going in. There are 4 people here, but now the Croc is going to show up. And Lucid dashes on over, but he's so slippery, and BNK, they're just dizzy.
They're not handling this well. Look at them huddled under the situation.
Oh no.
Oh, this is so sad. This is perfect for Nico as well.
If only they still had kick. That's like a 4-man knockup.
Yeah.
Oh, they're bobbing for apples. They're just bobbing for apples right now.
Okay, they got one out. They got one save. Raptor's coming over.
Oh, dear. Well, Raptor is going to come on through. There is a Beryl just dead. That was the real one. I was assuming that was definitely a clone because he was being the Blade of the Ruined King. It's not the fact that Pays was playing.
Well, that's two factors. But the 3 builds have either been... Oh, seen a fight start.
Yeah, he doesn't have flash, guys. He is very dead.
Yeah, the 3 start names has been like Unital, Kraken, or Blade have kind of been the popular 3.
All right.
And yeah, Blade we've
seen with Showmaker moving up. And so Hextech, just one of them. Going on over. I feel a Cloud Silver. It's got to be, right? Oh, Ocean. Not the best.
It was raining
quickly
today.
Executed, even though she was alone.
Guys, this champ, when he has it, just does more than other people. I'm convinced.
Player mastery is a thing, guys, as Lucid is just going to kick Diablo to his death. Showmaker collects that one. Just realm warps his way underneath this turret. That gets taken down as Vikla. That is not where you want to be teleporting to, my friend. And that is a killing spree for the Unara. Aiming is just being delivered money.
Yeah, I mean, this is just... I will say that.
They are. Exhaust is going to be employed here onto Beryl. There is a Blast Cone, though. That delivers a Crocodile towards the Nico. Doesn't land the snare, but he just gets himself those 2 kills that they've been able to get is that 1 Chemtech Dragon. So this is meaningful, increasing their objective take by double.
They got something, you know, it's a small consolation prize. But what will they lose for? Because they lose that bot lane tier 2.
In a tier 2.
Yeah, probably going to lose that too, unless they're looking to make a play.
Yeah, Raptor coming on over, aiming in melee range with a Trundle doesn't feel... Oh, never mind, it feels fantastic. Lucid now coming on over, there's the flash forward. Pop Blossom collects the 2 of them, is aiming now, free hitting! And he gets dove on top of. That's Vikla locking down that kill, and Beryl is dead at the same time. Clear likely to be taken down, and now Lucid has to flash, and Showmaker needs to get this damage down as she with the public execution, but it's not where it wants to be, and Showmaker just dead on the back end of the fight. Lucid now having to run away, and BNK, there is so much to get. They've got bounty gold, there's an Otacon available. They may have just found their way back into this game. There's the flash charm, and down goes Lucid. Nothing he can do about it. That is a gorgeous little leash into this Otacon play.
What a gold swing in favor of BNK. Be able to pick this up as well.
Yeah, Beryl not going to be able to steal that one away as this is true chaos reigning on the Rift right now. No tempo vibes to really let us work out who's going to be winning is clear. Taken down lower and lower. Dash Cannon not really going to be helping Beryl.
I feel like in my bat to the face analogy earlier, I feel like the response from BNK FEARX was just to headbutt the bat so hard it rebounded.
Yes, into the head of DK.
Yes, I think that's what we were met with. Oh, clear?
Not sure what we're doing here. He gets rune prisoned and is now very, very low. Has to use the ulti. Pop Blossom collects too. They need to protect the president though. It's aiming. Oh, public execution! Catches Kellen! This is what this comp does. Just isolates a target, destroys them. And DK
connect onto Showmaker or aiming, explode them, and then immediately start moving on to the next one. There can't be really any hesitation.
Well, Hugh might be in a little bit of trouble. Does have to flash as Clear is coming in. They had no idea, and just pop goes the Ambassador. Flash Magnustorm comes through as the exhaust is down onto aiming, but it's a fantastic re-engage. Beryl's still likely to fall down, though, and there is the Realm Warp to get them to safety. Still 2 for 1. It is
Dplus on an angle, but he's been spotted.
Yep, they spot him out. Orb Deception doesn't quite go in here as Lucid. Very scary. There's the flash out of the way of the charm. And Showmaker trying to come on through. There is Clear diving on top of aiming. The pillar goes down. It's beautifully placed. But still, Showmaker is so dangerous. Diablo, Supercharger comes through and Showmaker is just being kited and destroyed. They get the Baron and they win the fight.
So well played with Showmaker. This team feels so much more controlled than we've ever seen them be.
Yeah. This is a great look for BNK. As Diablo at Supercharger just denying Showmaker anything in that fight. As, yeah, that's a 4.5k Rebel Baron power play. That is high value. And that's only going to extend. It's still got a minute 20 left on. This was going to be 3 games. That would have been so far.
Yeah.
Don't get it. Just going to deliver some minions to this inhibitor turret. Wait a second.
Backdoor, guys. You can't. You have Baron just. There's no way. This can't happen again. We've had too many of these.
Well, I mean, he's likely to, he can get this turret if he sticks around. And there it is. So Showmaker just...
They're pretty glass cannon. Ryze is bulky, but he hasn't got any true defensive items. Aiming. Oh, only has a Hex Drink. Grab that damage.
What do we... Okay, well, Vickler is going to dive forward. Doesn't find the charm as Lucid trying to get out of there. He's so low. Killer Instinct comes down and they manage to take him. There's the 5-man Pop Blossom, but followed up with an absolutely beautiful Magnet Storm. And BNK are just saying, nah, it's not about the objectives. We heard from Orcs that you're supposed to kill Nexuses. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Or is it Nexi? They're going to kill some Nexi. This is the second one. And it's a 2-0. Wolf knew, the only one of us that knew, and now has another customer for his pizza, which I think you should just buy it